We'll just watch.
Is SunnyV2 faking his videos? There has recently been an uptick in YouTube videos exposing SunnyV2, and for many of you, this may come as a surprise due to the seemingly crystal clear image that Sunny has built for himself over the past 2 years. With over 152 uploads amassing a total of 625 million views, it would be the last thing you would expect for such a renowned creator to have allegations of problematic, fake, and unethical behavior. So today we'll be taking a look at some of the videos created about SunnyV2 in order to try and pinpoint the problems and controversies that led him to such allegations. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be investigating
what could you even accuse him for? Is
to
he a
do
minion?
this, we have to go back to the 23rd of January 2022, when a video would be published titled Why I Don't Like SunnyV2. Throughout the video, YouTuber The Beak would break down his issues with Sunny's content, using several points to establish the perspective that Sunny is a quote hypocrite that lacks self-awareness. Some of the main arguments portrayed in the video were that his audience more focuses on the video editing rather than the informational content at hand, that he is a quote walking contradiction for creating videos joking about commentary channels while simultaneously being one, as well as creating videos on quote nothing burgers that have already been covered to death. Around the time the video was published, The Beak only had around 34,000 subscribers.
I mean, like, imagine you're writing a documentary about something that was like, you know, kind of big on social media. I mean, it's always going to, you know, be covered a lot. Now, on the other points, I don't really know enough to talk about it, but I know a big criticism of SunnyV2 is his content is admittedly kind of like the same stuff in nature, where it's like, hey, this YouTuber is going from 10 million views to 2 million views, and now his channel's dead, and it's weird. You know what I mean? And you know, at the same time, I don't like all of SunnyV2's videos. Like I think some of them are kind of like just getting a video out, but I do think some of them are good. Like a good chunk of them are good.
Whilst on the other hand, Sunny had a staggering 827,000 subscribers that would tower over The Beak, and although there was a controversial response to the video, it seemed like The Beak was able to win most people over, with the video having a positive like to dislike ratio and comments stating things like, "This video was actually a lot more agreeable than I thought. I think that Sunny's videos are definitely better when they aren't about numbers.
Yeah.
One of my favorites that you didn't mention, like his Ryan's World video, was great. And was it about numbers? No." And
I feel like when he makes videos based off of how this creator's channel died, I think is meh. I think they're meh. I'd rather like the Ryan's World one where he covers actual like topics and just not following numbers. I think is much better.
So yeah, the video is pretty fair, I guess, but the arguments only undermine Sunny regarding things like clickbait or picking topics that he previously thought were dumb. Nothing undermining his actual credibility, his own arguments, the fact he has good research, and like it said in the video, a pretty good style of editing. So there are some issues. And although this video would go on to gain an impressive 137,000 views, just 5 months later on the 12th of June 2022, things would get even worse for Sunny, as he would find himself getting called out, but this time on a much larger scale. In a video titled My Response to SunnyV2, 6 million subscriber giant Skeppy would snap back at Sunny's video discussing his downfall. Throughout the video, Skeppy would win over his audience by disproving many of the statements and accusations made by Sunny, as well as providing some more context to genuine actions that he was called out for. With all odds laid against him, Skeppy managed to clear his name of the scam accusations by showing receipts and outright proving some of the facts portrayed in the video about him as false or as reaching, such as Sunny's point on the empty pizza boxes.
Suddenly, people began to question whether or not Skeppy's other videos could have possibly been fake. For example, there was this video in which Skeppy would apparently order 72 pizzas to Bad Boy Halo's house, yet Skeppy wouldn't actually show the entire phone call during which he apparently ordered the 72 pizzas.
Customer service, how can I help you?
Well, don't you have to say your address?
The most amount of pizzas I can order.
Only show 3 pizzas being opened. How do we know that he didn't only order 3 pizzas? And
that's a stupid. Okay, so this is SunnyV2 talking. I think that's stupid, right? Like, do you expect him to open every fucking pizza, 72 pizzas, to show it on camera?
Sit them on top of a stack of empty boxes. Plus, there are only 37 pizzas in this shot. Where are the other 35 pizzas that you claim to order in both the title and in the video?
Although Sunny can't be blamed for being skeptical, as that's a big part of his channel, from Skeppy's perspective, he felt as though Sunny was being a quote jerk and trying to turn his own fans against him. The winner of the feud would be a little bit more obvious this time, with Skeppy's video receiving a massive 70,000 likes compared to only 11,000 dislikes.
Good.
And comments from viewers stating, haven't watched a Skeppy video in ages, and that was a pretty old
Yeah,
sub.
I used to
I've
watch.
got to say,
I used to watch
it's
Skeppy when I
probably
was
one of
younger.
the best response videos I've seen on the internet.
I did
And
not watch
while
the response,
I probably won't
though.
watch many of your videos in the future because it isn't my cup of tea anymore, you definitely gained my respect. On the 20th of December 2022, a post would be made onto the r/pyrocynical subreddit asking the community for their thoughts on SunnyV2, and in the post was a video linked titled How SunnyV2 Invents a Moral.
There's no evidence that SunnyV2 uses in this video. There's no like data-fueled investigation Sunny's using to demonstrate that these 3 videos did real damage to Kwebbelkop's career. And in fact, I would argue that the data does not prove out this point really. And it's not like the month that he released these 3 videos changed everything for him, you know, ruined his career. It's kind of just been a slow decline. You know, the month after he lost some views, then he got more, then he got more, and now he's doing work. You know, it's complicated. There's just not like a really tangible, concrete reason to believe this.
With the video receiving 194%
I don't know
more
what to
likes
say.
than dislikes,
I
it
tried
was
thinking of
evident that the
something I
YouTube community agreed with Joel's takes on Sunny's video. Things weren't looking good for Sunny, as not even 3 days later, a new video would be published titled Why SunnyV2 was disliked by everyone. This video would not be perceived as well as the previous examples shown. The video consisted of many of the same points discussed in the Beaks video, except this time, the creator seemed to be having trouble getting his point across, resulting in the video feeling more like a ramble than a level-headed critique.
Spoiler at nothing, because 157 million views could buy me a car. According to Sunny's ways, apparently he's dying. He's gone from 64 million a month to 37. Ed YouTuber status.
And with comments such as,
What?
bro, what are you trying to prove? And
I don't know what
the
he was
title
trying to
should be
say.
Why I Hate SunnyV2. It was evident that the video came off to viewers as more of a hate piece rather than a logical and constructive critique. With over 105 dislikes compared to just 66 likes, it's safe to say that this video was perceived extremely poorly. Remember Big Joel, who we mentioned earlier? Well, on the 24th of December, he would go on to publish a second video on SunnyV2, this time titled A Genuinely Unhinged SunnyV2 video. And throughout the video, Joel would once again dissect one of Sunny's videos
let's
whilst
see it.
playing devil's advocate for the exposee.
But Ninja fails to realize the reason people perceive him as fake is not because he's toxic, not because he's family friendly. It's because once again he's trying to be something that he's not in order to appeal to an audience instead of just being who he truly is. People liked him most when he was the old toxic ninja.
That's what I'm talking about, dude!
So I guess I'd find this
What?
one of the more interesting moments in the video, and a telling one, where SunnyV2 essentially
wrapping up this video.
asserts, without any sort of knowledge of Ninja, what his authenticity looks like. Maybe
Yeah.
it's true that he used to enjoy.
I feel like you can't just say, "Oh, people actually like his true self," which is this. Like, how do you know that, right? You know, sometimes on stream I get really tired because I've been doing like homework or I work out, and then sometimes I have a lot of energy, and it's like, well, which one's the true self? You know what I mean? It's, I don't think you like as like someone looking in through a window should be like can dictate that.
screaming on the internet. Who doesn't enjoy it? Who doesn't enjoy it? But the reality is, there's a possibility that it's not inauthentic that he's changing. He's just like becoming a different guy, kinda. Like he's not exactly the same as the person you liked. Does that inherently mean that he has some deep
Yeah, and
moral
people can
failing?
change.
Are you
Like,
the
you can go from a
ninja
toxic
sage? Do you know
person,
everything that goes on
Or
inside of his mind?
you can become calmer.
You know, what is the standard of evidence that we're using here to assert that this man is bullshitting you because he's done some internal change?
Some moments in Sunny's videos led the viewers to believe that his point of exposing Ninja's dark side was actually exposing how he stopped making racist remarks, which
What?
seems to be a miscommunication on Sunny's end, as he also speculated on Ninja's use of drugs, which didn't seem like an impossibility based on the evidence at hand. With there already being several videos
Okay, I
critiquing
don't know if
Sunny,
Ninja
a video would be
drugs,
posted
but I
that
could
would
see
damage
it.
his
I'd believe
channel
it
more than
if-
any of these previous
I
videos
wouldn't
we
be surprised if he
discussed,
said he
and
did.
this video would be posted by none other than
Looks like Linus
SunnyV2 himself,
I thought that
as
was Linus
SunnyV2 had
Tech
published a
Tips.
video titled Why Dream's face reveal was an awful decision,
Oh,
a
I
video that
did
would
a video
cause the
on
YouTube
this.
commentary community to eat him alive. Throughout the video, Sunny
Yeah.
would make the argument that Dream's face reveal was a very bad decision made on the premise that his channel was falling off.
Dream's face reveal could qualify as the worst mistake made by a content creator ever, and we're going to outline several reasons why, beginning with possibly the most crucial point being that Dream's unseen face was one of the only things keeping him relevant.
This
I don't
video
think I said it
alone would
specifically
result in
when I talked about Dream, but towards the end, he said that Dream was just doing it to save his channel, which I don't really think was the reason. Like, I do believe Dream just actually wanted to do content with his friends, but probably hasn't done anything yet so far. You know, he's probably having a hard time trying to figure it out. I don't think he was doing it like in an act of desperation. I don't see why he would need to. Dream, I guarantee you, has a lot of money, like a lot of money, and like he doesn't need to do it to stay relevant. Like, even if he like falls off and only posts videos to 1 million views, that's still like a crazy amount. And I don't know, it just felt weird because when I go back and watch that Dream video on my channel, which for some reason has 700 like views, like there's so many things I want to add to that video, which I'm not, but it's like that video specifically, because I when I watch videos, I do blank out a lot. And I'll focus in on key points. I feel like a lot of his like points and a lot of like the weird subtle things he said about Dream just were weird.
several commentary channels leaping to Dream's defense.
There are some serious problems with SunnyV2, and it appears that he has become the very thing that he once swore to destroy.
Hey guys, I thought we'd just take a look at this new SunnyV2 video that just dropped called Why Dream's Face Reveal Was an Awful Decision.
Immediately upon starting this video, you're hit in the face with some of the worst takes you have ever heard. Someone describing Dream revealing his face as one of the worst mistakes made by a content creator ever.
Part of the reason there have been
Yeah, I did say there's definitely ones you could think of that are significantly worse.
so many videos published on this topic recently could be based on the fact that Sunny has built himself a trustworthy and reliable image, so that when he does get something wrong or has an incredibly controversial take, it becomes a massive deal. Many of the videos critiquing
I
Sunny
feel
seem to
because
have the
of
same arguments.
Sunny's, like, he's built up this reputation, people also just kind of treat him as like authority. And you know, I'm not a perfect person. When I like watch stuff and I see like controversial takes, I don't usually process it until much later. And so like I'll agree with them, like sometimes I'll agree like initially, but then I realize, hey, this is a shit take. And so especially if you have authority, I'm trying to word this right. If you have authority and you've built this trustworthy brand, if you say something, I'm gonna believe you at face value until I like think about it and look into it on my own time.
But commentary channel Achito summarizes the main response well with this statement.
I think Sunny is overthinking this entire thing. Like, his face is just public. People now know what he looks like. I think that's really it. What happened after Dream Face revealed? He got clowned on for like 24 hours, and that's it. Now his face is just public. Sunny
really
thinks
cares.
that after Dream has face revealed that
I don't
now
care.
his merch won't really sell or something, that he will be irrelevant sooner or later.
The
that
Dream
his
brand is
content
still
going to be
crazy
modified
strong.
for the worse, and that we won't get any more bangers like Mask. Like, okay? I seriously don't think
Okay,
Dream
I
Face
don't know
revealing
if-
is that bad, and I really definitely
I
don't
know
think
about
that it's the
bangers.
worst mistake a content creator has ever made.
In a video titled The Problems with SunnyV2, Jalen would make
There's
an
a lot of
interesting
videos
critique
titled
to
like
Sunny's
this.
upload schedule.
Now, as Sunny's channel has started to pick up, his upload schedule has become more frequent, and it seems as if he's just trying to get these videos out as fast as he
not
possibly
just say
can,
that
which is
earlier? I feel
kind
like I already
of
said that earlier.
counterintuitive to what his channel used to be.
This argument seems to be based on the fact that SunnyV2 has recently been increasing his upload frequency at the expense of his video quality. But this is simply untrue. SunnyV2 has been posting weekly videos for over a year now, and whilst it's
They have been
arguable
weekly.
that the editing quality has slightly declined, it is certainly not a matter of producing content more frequently, and likely due to the fact that the story of the video should be the main focus, rather than the flashy visuals for the style of his content. But this still leaves us with the question of if SunnyV2 is faking
Is he
his
fake?
videos.
He's not faking.
And
I-
the best
I doubt
example
he's
of
faking
this
his
is
videos.
not
Is
what
he?
you would expect.
Is
On the
he?
31st of
I
December
don't know how you'd see that.
2021, SunnyV2 would publish a video titled The Tragic Tale of EDP445, and the Big puts it best.
The issue is the only evidence that he's able to provide is 4 no-caller ID calls on his iPhone, which isn't exactly rock-solid evidence to say the least.
Right. So the evidence behind EDP445 being in jail is 2 people saying that he's in jail. which beforehand,
That's pretty crap
you even
evidence.
say that you can't really trust, that you have to take with a grain of salt.
We'll preface this part by stating that there have been numerous accounts of EDP being arrested, however they never seem to have any rock-solid proof to go along with it, so take everything said in the next section with a grain of salt.
Grain of salt.
And in the video, you even disprove the evidence. Jesus Christ, so you don't even know if he's in jail. Why did you put finally in jail in the thumbnail? He's probably not even in jail. These huge
definitely
new
that's for
updates
clickbait.
regarding EDP 445, it isn't actually a huge new update. It's nothing. EDP 445 isn't in jail. What's the point of this video?
Sunny's EDP 455 video was clickbait at best or misinformation at worst. But excluding these outlier videos, it seems like SunnyV2 has been one of the most consistent content creators on the platform and has in the grand
I like a
scheme
lot
of
of
things, had minimal
his older
controversies,
stuff.
which is a feat for someone who could be considered under the commentary niche, where each creator
I
is
mean, SunnyV2, I think a lot of his videos are good, but he definitely posts some like stinkers that I feel like are stretches. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, he faked that EDP 5 video, and you faked that video. He's not like faking it in the sense it's like, oh, I don't know how you'd explain this. I don't know. TLDR, SunnyV2. I like some of his videos are really good, but some I feel are really stretching it, and just could be much better. But yeah, that's it.